It's check-in day, so let's get to the data. We're just completing week 2 of my official training start to the Great World Race. So what I do is I'm using Coach GPT, and what I've done every week, or what I'm going to do every week, and what I did last week is I upload all the data, the screenshots from my Garmin, because I wear my Garmin 965 to bed. I wear it all throughout the day because I wanted to track things like my HRV status, my body battery, sleep coach, all the stuff. So I've got all of my week's data here loaded into ChatGPT. I also upload the individual information from my runs because I wanted to see my average heart rate, my pace, and things like that. And then also my macro totals because I've got a macro plan. I love macros for the fact that it is where the science and the art of food combine. And I love pulling the levers of like, oh, what happens if I change carbs? What happens if I do this? I just firmly believe that you can't change what you don't measure. And since I'm putting so much time, money, and effort into training for the Great World Race, if I'm not tracking my food like a scientist, there's no point because food is the engine. As you can see, I have an 854-day streak of tracking my macros in this app. My macros. Before that, let me see. I started on really in earnest January 1st of 2020. So we're pulling up to 6 years now. I love it. So I've uploaded everything here. This would have been my Friday treat meal. This would have been a long run day. And here we've got, oh yeah, I had some extra movie treats. And then this is sort of my normal macros, but I'm super honest with it all because I want ChatGPT to give me the absolute best data back to me. And I also am so interested to see like how things sort of shake out. Like how does my carb and then the treat meals and how does that reflect back into my training. So I've got a couple more macro days here. These again are pretty standard. These are bang on. And then I've got my weekly weight chart here too, because I am I'm going in through the process of seeing if I want to lose 15 pounds at very early in this training. So I'm a year out. Losing 15 pounds, like getting closer to that would be stupid. I would be so stupid to do that because I need food, I need fuel. However, I am 145 pounds now. I've been 130 very healthy. And because imagine running 7 marathons with a 15-pound weighted vest, or without that weighted vest. So I'm just sort of shaving off calories you'll see in the data, but my calories are not low because I do not want my performance to sacrifice. I do not want to get injured, and food is everything on this journey. So I've got all of my data uploaded. That's sort of a very quick background. And so I've got it all in, and ChatGPT is telling me it's going to now do a full weekly analysis, macros, how I execute my run, how I'm recovering, my end of day walk. I added in a little bit more of a walk. Sorry, I added in about a 20 to a 30-minute walk daily. That's it. Just because I was sitting all day. Not good. Not good, Caroline. My weight trend analysis adjustments for the week if needed. And here we go. Okay, let's dive in. So the goal is, because a healthy fat loss or healthy weight loss journey is really anywhere from 0.5% of your body weight to 1% of your body weight per week. I thought, well, if I can sort of land in the middle of that on average, again, it's an average. Sometimes it'll be more, sometimes it'll be less. But if I can hit a 0.75% per week of fat loss while maintaining my marathon base fitness, because right now I'm not running crazy miles, I'm not running crazy tempo. So this is the time to drop these 15 pounds to help with my performance. Again, I want to be super specific. Training for a marathon, training for a half marathon is not the time to think about it as a weight loss goal. If you are a new runner and you want to use running as a weight loss goal, stick to a 5K or a 10K. But because my body is very healthy, and my metabolism is incredibly healthy, I have a lot of lean muscle mass. Where I am right now in this weekly range of sticking to about 20 to 30 miles a week of training, it's actually very sustainable for me to hit this while still eating a good amount of food. So that's what I'm testing right now. Because again, if I can run 7 marathons without a 15-pound weighted vest, aka 15 extra pounds, that'll be so much healthier for my joints. So this is not a physique look goal. This is a health, a physique, keeping my joints as healthy as possible goal, a performance goal, not a physique goal. I like how I look. I like how my clothes fit. So, anyways, I just want to be super clear there because I do not want anyone to misconstrue why I'm experimenting with going on this very light fat loss phase. So here are my numbers. You can see a huge fluctuation. This is the kind of stuff I really want people to take away from this. You can see a huge fluctuation. This 149.8 pounds came in the day after my treat meal. I know this about myself. And this is why actually tracking your data in terms of like the different meals that you eat is so important, because I'm like, yeah, I had a whole bunch of extra pasta and all the stuff. And I go up 4 pounds, but the next day it goes away. And so um, it was unusually sharp. More on that below, but I'm not worried about it. So I'll take you through that. So the week of, here it goes. I'm on target. I exceeded the target. So this is the very important takeaway. If I only looked at this number and thought, oh, I failed. Oh my God, I ate that meal. And oh my God, I'm so much heavier. I failed. Wow, it's tunnel vision. That is tunnel vision. It's what we do most of the time in tracking the data over time. So I really, really want, if you're watching this, to take this away and the scale bothers you. I exceeded my target, even with my weekly treat meal. Okay. So if you are afraid to have a weekly treat meal, or if you're a runner and you're afraid to carb load, oh, please eat the food. Please eat the food. So I exceeded my target, even though I had a nice treat. And my weight like took a big skyrocket. It came back down. And so sharp water drops Saturday to Sunday. I also, had a couple extra treats at the movies that week. Consistent and predictable downgrade slide into midweek. An important coaching note: the 4-pound weekly trend is inflated because the starting point, which started last week, was water fluctuation. True fat loss this week is 0.9 to 1 pounds, which is exactly on my 0.75% target. So that's the takeaway. If we track our data and become scientists like this stuff, we actually get to have more fun, I think, because it's like, oh, watch what happens. So I'm perfectly on place. Again, if I'd only focused on this number, I would have just thrown everything away, and I am perfectly on place. So let's go and look at my macro compliance. So I uploaded all those screenshots. My macro targets this week, these were my macro targets. I had one treat meal day at 2,600 calories. I actually had kind of two treat meal days because I ended up having movie treats. Like I went to a movie and I had extra treats. I tracked it all. I loaded into ChatGPT. I think just because I labeled one of them as treat meal days, that's why it's counting this. But my actual averages, so this is 2,200 calories a day, including the movie treat meal. And then it gives me a breakdown. My compliance score is 94%. If you're on any kind of journey, whether it's a physique journey or a performance goal, like if you're not compliant with your macros, and I realize there are so many reasons why people are not. When I pre-fat loss, pre-transformation for me, if I tracked my macros or calories, I would send me right into a binge. Now for me, it's power. It is power. I love this. So because like we're putting all this effort in to be better, why don't we give ourselves the best chance possible? And so that's what macro tracking does for me. I find it to be so liberating because I love this data. So 94%, I got myself 5 stars. And this is nearly perfect in a fat loss phase while marathon training. What stands out? Hit my protein like a machine. Carbs were in range. Fat stayed in line, except for the treat meal day and an exclamation point. And that did not hurt you. This is the takeaway. That did not hurt me. I enjoyed the crap out of it. And nothing. I'm gonna have another big pizza tomorrow night because that's my treat meal night. And the extra movie treat meal had zero negative effect on my trend or performance. It's because what I do most of the time. So the treat meal and the movie treat meal were the 6% that you see here. So when we go through these things, we get so focused on that 6%, like we blew it. No. Focus on the 94% because that 94% when you're in school was like the A plus, not the 6%. We don't focus on that as we have to live our lives. We have to be able to live. So I love my food. Everything that I eat in this 94% range, so I love that food too. It's not penalizing. It's not like I love it. So that's the takeaway. It did not hurt me. Am I gonna do that again this week? Am I gonna have like extra treats at a movie? No, because that was such a one-off. I go to the movies like twice a year. So whatever. This tells Coach GPT, my metabolism is healthy. That is everything. I want to stay healthy. The deficit is well set. And the weekly NEAT boost, non exercise activity thermogenesis, helped cover the treat meal. That was also it. It also, what covered the treat meal was this 94%. 6% doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Training, execution, running. I hit all my training. You can see this in, yeah, all my data. I mean, you can see it in the calendar that I uploaded onto that webpage. So hitting all my training, that's just like nailing it. That's a non-negotiable. I mean, unless I'm sick or something, but I'm super healthy right now. Elite compliance and smart pacing. Oh, thank you, Coach GPT. I'm not running to lose weight, right? I'm training like an athlete who also wants to lose weight. Again, performance-based goals, performance-based goals. My physique will follow the performance. That's it. And strength training review. So I lifted 3 times this week. Actually, I did 4. I just forgot to load one, but that's okay. So progressive overloading, consistent time under tension. My HRV drips midweek, which likely corresponds to the strength and the interval stacking. Totally. So the heavier runs midweek and the heavier lifting midweek affects my HRV score. If you don't know what the HRV score is, Google it, ask your own ChatGPT to explain it. It's not a be all and end all analysis, but it shows trends on how your body is recovering as you sleep overnight, which is the most important thing. But my body battery still recharged nightly. Fantastic sign. So my end neat. So I agreed with ChatGPT, my coach GPT, that last week we were going to add in 10 to 30 minutes walking every 5 to 7 days a week, because I was sitting all day and that's just not good. And my mental health was not great. Like I was just feeling really mentally stuck. So I agreed with Coach GPT that we were going to add the non-exercise activity thermogenesis, the little daily walks, on as additions. And I made a commitment to that and I did that. Again, I wasn't perfect, but I went for my walks. I went for 5 out of my 7 walks and they were all 30 to 40 minutes. I got out there and I'm like, oh, this is nice. Let's go longer. Once you get going, it's hard to stop, right? Um, so yeah, and the NEAT is the reason why the treatment meal didn't stall you out. Yes, but also that 94%. The trend line smoothed out. I hit my 0.75% rate perfectly. Yes, and mental health benefits, 1,000,000%. This habit is gold. We keep it. I agree, Coach GPT. So recovery. Recovery is an equal part of this pie. It is not a throwaway. It is not an afterthought. So my sleep, my consistency was so much better than the week before. That's how much I got. Consistency, my HRV, yes, with 55. So generally the range, these numbers, it's a scale. For HRV is 20 to 120. Everybody's different. But for me, I'm really feel my best when I'm sort of hovering between 55 and 75. When I first started tracking my HRV about 2 years ago, I barely could get above 40. So that for me did not feel good. Some people feel amazing at 40. I did not. I felt not good. But so then I took a couple, I made some changes. Definitely took my recovery much more seriously, added magnesium glycinate. That was a big one. And added in some anti-inflammatory supplements like curcumin and omega-3 fatty acids. And yeah, the magnesium glycinate, huge improvement. And also just sleeping more, going to bed earlier. That's just what I did. So yeah. So unbalanced is a word that the Garmin tracking did it, but so this is not anything to be worried about because I am in a little bit of a deficit and I'm training hard. But overall, I'm recovering well. I'm not overreaching. My body's absorbing the training and you're adapting exactly as Coach GPT wants me to. So overall assessment, macro consistency, protein on point, need is better, excellent running execution, tempo pace is improving, healthy weight trend. I maintained life stress in a good range. I didn't restrict after the movie treat meal. I'm highlighting this, highlighting it, putting exclamation points like flashy lights, The worst thing we can do, because I hadn't planned those treats. I had a whole big bag of M&Ms and M's and a big bag of popcorn. I hadn't really planned it. I hadn't been to the movies in a long time. I didn't know if I'd want it, so I didn't plan it. But I got there and I smelled all the popcorn. I was like, "Give it to me." And I saw the candy and I'm like, "Yep, that's getting dumped in there." I was not. It wasn't a an emotional eating thing. It was just like, "This is great. I'm going to do this." But I did not restrict. The worst thing is to change your behavior after an unexpected treat, because that reinforces that that is something that we need to be punished for. Having a little extra treat every once in a while, like me, I go to the movie theater, like I said, twice a year. If I do not need to reinforce that going to the movie is bad and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a treat because I'm at this special thing." I'm a grown woman. I'm gonna eat because of that 94% compliance rate, and I know this to be true about me over the last 1,200 days I've tracked macros. That it doesn't matter. What matters is that 94%, and I'm not going to reinforce that it's something that I did that was bad and blah, blah, blah. So I did not restrict after. I did not do extra cardio. I did not withhold dinner. I did not like none of that. That is the word that will be is so detrimental. So if you do this, I'm staring at you right now. Actually, I'm going to make this very big. If you restrict after extra calories, put this here in the middle. I'm begging you, please don't. I'm looking at you. Don't do it. So next time you want to restrict after extra calories, think of my face. Think of my face saying, "No, you get back right in there until you eat your food." Okay? That's what I want you to do. That's what we get to do as grown women or men. If you're a man watching this, man, go eat your food, because that 94% is what matters, not the 6%. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. My mindset is stable and healthy. Yes, definitely getting outside for some fresh air and walks every day, because I was really getting sloppy with that. Super sloppy. So the HRV is slightly low, but we're going to watch it. It's okay, but we're going to watch it. Sunday treat meal. Yeah, definitely added a lot more fat. I still progress though. So keep prioritizing end of day walks. These are fundamental. Couldn't agree more. So because of my great compliance rate, and I'm just like checking the boxes, doing the things, I don't have to take away any food. Nuh-uh. Nope, I'm right on track. Still gonna do my weekly treat meal. Yeah, everything. That's basically it. Just keep doing what I'm doing. This is what, if you're gonna put the time, energy, money, and effort into achieving any kind of goal, stick to the plan. Oh my gosh. Stick to the plan. Get organized. Get organized and stick to the plan, because you get, if for a fat loss goal or a training goal or whatever, we don't have to remove things. We just kind of get to shave things off. So right now I'm eating at maybe like a 5% deficit, maybe 10%, if that. I'm not super hungry. Um, so that's why it's great. It's like, okay, let's just keep things ticking along, ticking along. We'll see what happens this week. This might be the week that I stall out, and then we'll shave maybe 100 calories off my day or something. So we'll see. So that's really it. This sort of what is this? The summary trend. I've put that into the Notion board here, and oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's what I wanted. So here in this Notion board. So I've got, that was week 1. Week 2 is what I've gone over here. You can see all of my training. So below here, I've put what exercises or like strength training I did that day. Those were my macros. So this is what I just showed everybody here. Let's see if I can move this. Yeah, move my face out of the way. So this is that summary. So this is in there if you want to go look at it a little bit more. And that's that. So what is up next week? So next week, I've got now everything is loaded here. So week 3, these are the dates. 52. We're like officially a year out, people. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Actually, I'm watching all the people right now go and start to run it. Actually, I think they're going to head to Antarctica like today or tomorrow. So Friday, which is tomorrow, active rest day. Saturday is a long run only. Sunday is a total rest day. I'm like, if I don't want to get off the couch, I won't. Monday is an interval training day, and plus some, oh no, that's not correct. I did that wrong. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm gonna actually do my full body push day on Monday, core and accessories on Tuesday. Tuesday is a tempo run. Wednesday is a recovery bike day, and then a full body pull day. And then Thursday, this time next week, an easy 6 miles, plus core and accessory work. So that's it, everyone. That is the data. I'm also going to put this in the Notion page here. It'll be linked here. This is, yeah, everything. If you have any questions, find me on Instagram, YouTube, email, whatever. Ask me some questions. I'm a super data nerd. I love seeing how things correspond. So hopefully this helps. And I'm so grateful that you keep following along. Have an amazing day.